Whether you from home or whether you in a salon, you should be getting booked. If your work speaks for itself and you good and you professional and you quick and you professional, you should be getting booked in the house, in your garage, in your basement, or the salon. Like you really should. Think of it that way and don't minimize the fact that you are building a brand, you are building a business, and you want to gain more clientele. Welcome back to a new video. I am JD, owner of J & Co Custom LLC. I'm a licensed cosmetologist in the state of Michigan, and I specialize in natural hair, protective styling, and just overall the maintenance and integrity of our natural hair. This is the world of J & Co Custom on YouTube, and I basically do weekly salon vlogs, different transformation videos, normally with my family, anything pertaining to beauty, photo shoots, behind the scenes, branding content, and everything. I do tip videos for small business owners, new business owners, whether you're a cosmetologist, a student, you've been licensed, or you're thinking about getting licensed, whatever the case may be. Even if you're interested in the industry, I give professional tips on how to successfully build your business, work for yourself. Here to help you build your business and grow your clientele organically and authentically, and finding purpose in what it is that you actually want to do and what you want to offer. If you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey boo, I love to see you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I really do love to see you here. So as you can tell by the title in today's video, we are going to talk more about having your salon space inside your home and more tips that I can give you. A little backstory about me. I worked from home in the very beginning. When I first started offering hair services, I was working outside of Mama Kitchen. Literally, I was in the kitchen right there in my little corner, and I actually did nails first, and then I started doing hair. But I was working from a Mom Kitchen for about a year and a half, maybe two, and then I actually went to school. After school, I worked in the salon for a period of time, and then I went back home and I was working from home for about a year. Absolutely loved my home space, absolutely loved taking clients there, but as my business grew, just to be more comfortable, and I started growing, my clientele started growing, and I just knew it was time for me to kind of go ahead and look for bigger places so I could offer more services, and I could be in a professional setting, and not everybody was coming to my house. It was different when I knew my clientele, pretty much who was coming in and out of my space, but when it became I was starting to see new clients and I was starting to meet new people, that is when I knew okay, yeah, I gotta find something to better suit this glow up. Okay, I do have a short video showing y'all what my work from home space was before I moved into my suite space, so y'all can view that. I will link that below, how I decorated it and everything, where I got everything, and just kind of giving y'all some inspiration. I got a question, and she basically just said, is there anything that you would recommend, or any tips you can give me on working from home and just how to create my space inside of a home? So I'm gonna leave you with that. Take what you need. So the first tip is definitely a workspace. Create a specific workspace, somewhere comfortable, somewhere that's not too cluttered, somewhere that doesn't have a lot going on. I don't necessarily recommend actually doing hair outside the kitchen. I don't really like that approach. It is 2022. I feel like we can create a lot of different work from home spaces, and just make them more suitable for hair and make it more comfortable, so where your clients don't feel like they literally interrupting your personal space, in a sense. You know what I mean? The kitchen is kind of personal, bedrooms are kind of personal. Definitely think of a nice, or create a space in your home where it is solely for beauty, hair, and your clients, and just make sure, I think it's really important to not have a lot of clutter, to not have a whole bunch of shit going on. I'm not even kidding you, but it just seems like a lot when you have hella containers and totes and bins and combs everywhere, or you don't have a designated space in a home for everything that you use when doing your clients. You don't want to make it. And me personally, I can't work in a cluttered space. I cannot work when there's a lot going on around me. It's not a productive work environment for me. I don't produce the best work in a cluttered, chaotic ass environment, and it's stuff everywhere. Make sure if you are in a carpeted area, make sure you make sure you get you a vacuum specifically for that room. Not your everyday house vacuum, but get you a vacuum for that specific room, and vacuum every night. Every time you do a client, vacuum your room, vacuum the floor. If you're doing it on hardwood, sweep the floors every night. Sweep the floors. Try to do it somewhere where there's natural light coming in, so you don't necessarily have this big ring light shining in your client's face the whole time. I had a whole spare bedroom, so I had free range to do everything, and there was nothing in that room but a chair, a big stand, and the table that I worked from. I didn't want a lot going on at all, but just make sure, think of things that would be inviting to you if you were to go into somebody's house. Even if you are in a basement, make sure the lighting down there is great. Make sure it's comfortable. Make sure it's warm. Make sure maybe you could get an area rug and a salon mat and a salon chair. Don't just have them sitting in a regular chair. Get you a salon chair. That was also something that I invested in. I got me a salon chair. I got on Facebook Marketplace. I searched and I found, I want to say, a salon chair for $75 or like $50. It was really cheap. I just wanted something that I could actually like sit in and see like the quality of it, and then something that was affordable. So that worked for me. Think of things like that, like literally like just make sure the space is warm and inviting, but it's still like, this is business, you know what I mean? You're here for an appointment. You don't want to be too comfortable, like you just comfortable, you know, you already at home, so you don't want to be super comfortable. And something else too, as far as like space, make sure when you get up and you going to take your client, I'm not saying get dressed, I'm not saying put on a whole fit, do your makeup, get dressed, act like you actually going into work, act like you actually going into the salon, or if you have the option to have a space where you have a window to let some fresh air in, and just kind of like, you know, give them the vibe though. Get the vibe going. Get you some candles. Set the tone. Make it real cute and cozy for your client. Make sure your client is comfortable. Like I said, don't have a lot going on. You don't need people in and out of your house. You don't need a lot of stuff going on. Smoke breaks, eating breaks, cooking breaks, laundry breaks, all of that stuff. No. Nope, because your client is just there to get their hair done. They don't want to, you know, smell what you got cooking, unless somebody else in your house is cooking. That's different. Can't control that. But just make sure that you remember at the end of the day, like, dang, they paying me. They here for a service. They don't want to partake in all of your parlays and everything that you got going on, because you are in your home. And at that point, you're just comfortable, and this is where you lay your head. This is where you chill. This is where you come to decompress. And that's why I also say, like, to like kind of make it, you know, where it's secluded from the house. Like, it don't have to be in your living room. If that's the only place you have to do it, then create just a space in your living room and do it, and make it look like something. Make it look like, you know, you put some effort into it. You don't want them just coming in and sitting on your dining room chair, you know, that you eat your dinner off of. Like, you don't want to do that. So factor that in. And listen, I understand we all start from somewhere. We all start with, you know, just a few resources, but use every resource you got, exhaust all your options, and just really think, be intentional about inviting people into your home to help you build your clientele, and to just start where you are. Start with what you have and start where you are, but just be intentional and just think of it. You have to think of it. I always say this, you have to think of it from your point of view. Like, so if you are okay with going into somebody's house and just sitting, you know, at their kitchen table and getting your hair braided, then hey, do that. You know, if it works for you, it works for you. However, you are only going to attract a particular clientele if it gives off a particular energy and a vibe, you know what I mean? Like, because we got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Facebook, we got all types of stuff now. So people normally are searching, like looking at the backgrounds and trying to see what's in the picture, like where they doing this hair at, do it look clean, like is this out of house, is this not in the, you know, people are really like particular now. Like, said all that to say though, just be mindful, and then think of it from your point of view. If you were booking a service for $100 or $150 or whatever the price is, you want to feel comfortable going where you're going. You want to be, you know, you don't want to have to look over your shoulder or wonder who coming in and out of the house during your appointment, and if they taking 2-3 smoke breaks, and you don't want to do that. If you have kids, I don't really know. I can't really relate with that because I don't have kids. Tip number 3, ties into tip number 1 as well, your lighting. So just make sure you got more natural light versus a ring light, a white light, because that gets draining just sitting there. Natural lighting will feel better. And then like, especially like during the day, early in the day, the sun really brings in energy. The sun is shining and it feels like a good day outside, to be able to be in a space where you're able to get that natural sunlight and just like that natural energy in there. That's always a good thing. And it feels good. It helps you feel better while working. I know I really loved it because I had a big window and I was able to open the blinds. I didn't really even need to turn on my light in my room because the sun brought in just that much light. So I loved it. I always kept my blinds open. I had a nice little I had a nice little set of curtains. And it just really set the vibe. So if you have access to a window somewhere in your house, do set your station up close to the window or where it brings in that natural light for you. And then of course, like when it's picture time, pull out your ring light, or you want to film a video, pull out your ring light and turn it on. But 0 out of 10, don't recommend having a ring light on the whole entire time you're doing somebody hair. That's a headache. That's a headache. That is a headache. So tip number 4 is good products. So just because you are working from home does not mean you can only limit yourself to a certain product and not take yourself as seriously because you are not in a salon. Even if you know it's a licensed stylist, maybe, you know, work something out where you can have them get some products under their license and just offer something, you know, of quality to your clients and let them know, you know, what products you're using, why you're using these products. That'll make you look, you know, good. That'll make you look legit. Honestly, if your products are, you know, good, you spent a little money on it, you invested in it, and you still want to take care of their hair regardless of being in a salon or not, you still want to give them that, you know, feeling that they're going to somebody that's professional and that somebody is credible, and that somebody takes pride in their work and what they offer. And don't be afraid to invest in those products. And of course, you're gonna have like your, you know, your regular products like Shine and Jam. That's gonna always be something a braider or a protective stylist has on them because that's just what we use a lot of the times. But switch it up with your mousses, switch it up with your hair oils, switch it up with your leave-in conditioning sprays if that's something you do before doing a service. And you know, if you're doing any cuts or in trimming, get you some nice quality shears. Get you some nice aprons. Get your clients nice capes to put on. Start putting capes on your clients when they come in, regardless of whether you are in a salon or at home. Start putting capes on your clients. Get some nice quality capes. If you have access to wash your clients at home, get some nice towels. But don't just like feel like, well, I could just use these bath towels because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got no salon. I don't got no, you know, suite. I don't got no booth. Like, you don't have to do that. Just think though. Think of your workspace at home like your workspace, your station at a salon, your booth at a salon, or your suite at a suite space. Think of it that way, and don't minimize the fact that you are building a brand, you are building a business, and you want to gain more clientele, and you want your other clientele to tell other people about you. You want the experience to be like, you know, 10 out of 10, where they telling their homegirl like, oh yeah, girl, I was over there, you know, I got my hair done by her. It was so comfortable. Like, she didn't stop. She went in and out. It wasn't a whole bunch of people. Like, I think we was the only ones there. She didn't have a whole bunch of noise and, you know, chaos going on. Like, it was real chill. I really enjoyed my appointment. And I would definitely say that helped me in the beginning just from working from home, because I was very adamant and I was very like particular about my space and what was going on in that space and the experience my clients was leaving with. Like, I was very, very, very adamant about that, because word of mouth, I said this in another video, word of mouth is still a thing. People really still talk and be like, you know, I'm gonna tell my homegirl, and her homegirl probably gonna tell her homegirl, and before you know it, people are talking and they're hearing about it. And people are always looking for, you know, a stylist, believe it or not. Like, so if you one of those stylists, whether you from home or whether you in a salon, you should be getting booked. If your work speaks for itself and you good and you professional and you quick and you professional, you should be getting booked in the house, in your garage, in your basement, or the salon. Like, you really should. Listen to me what I tell you. I'm not just telling you anything. I'm not just talking to hear myself talk or just to talk y'all ear off. I promise y'all these are things that I did, that I was adamant about and intentional about, and you know, it's got me this far. So the last tip is amenities. So that's super simple because it's not too much you can offer, but amenities. Do you have Wi-Fi? Maybe look into getting Wi-Fi if you don't got Wi-Fi. I know everybody got Wi-Fi now. It's 2022. We got all types of streaming services and apps and everything that runs off Wi-Fi. So have Wi-Fi. Maybe have a guest service where maybe have a guest little connection that all your guests can connect to, you know, if they need it. Have you know, little tables or end tables somewhere in case somebody come in and they gotta work from home and they gotta work from their appointment. Have that accessible to them because we are in a, you know, work from home world right now. So have something, you know, your clients can sit their laptop on and, you know, work from there if need be. Waters, always have water, drinks, have little snacks maybe in a little kitty catty corner, because you are home and you have a huge refrigerator. Maybe offer your clients refreshments if you know, if you can, something light like a fruit tray, you know, even if you do fruit tray Friday. On Fridays we have fruit tray, so anybody who book an appointment on Friday, we're gonna be eating fruit, girl. Or you can have wine down Wednesdays. If somebody is of age is booking and you able to offer them wine or offer them, you know, like a little mimosa for their appointments, do that. Just make sure, you know, this is a safe space. I got you what you need. If you need anything, let me know. Make sure your bathroom's clean. Make it smell clean. Get you some candles. I'm trying to think of like some more things as far as like amenities outside of just like Wi-Fi, water, drinks, little snacks. And that's pretty much like it as far as like amenities. You know, it's only so many things we can offer outside of those few things. So just factor that in. If that's not something you do already, that could up the service and, you know, have your clients a little bit more comfortable and, you know, a little more at ease. They feel, you know, like, okay, I'm cool here. We got our water, we got our snacks. It's comfortable, it's clean, smell good. Make sure, listen, I'm gonna always say this too. Because I said it in my last one. Make sure your space smell good. People love when it smell good. Like, it smell good, I trust you. Girl, if you smell good, I trust you. I love a girl that know how to smell good. Honestly, but yeah, so that is pretty much it as far as some more tips working from home, things to think of, things to factor in. Don't overthink it, but be intentional about everything that you are doing when building this business, when building your brand and building your clientele. Just be intentional, y'all, and just think of things like, you know, if you were the paying customer, if you were the person on the other side, what would you want? What would you like to have? What would you like to experience? How would you want your experience to be? What's the perfect experience to you, whether it's in a salon or at home, at somebody's house. Yeah, that is pretty much it, y'all. I hope this video resonates with you somehow, some way or the other, and you are able to take away something. And of course, check out all my other tip videos because you might find something in those videos that help you as well. If you have any ideas or want to hear me talk about anything as far as the beauty industry, building your brand, gaining clientele, then of course comment below, leave me a suggestion or leave me a question. And that is it for today's video. I hope this helped, and I will see y'all in my next video.